This is Jolt, and we make electrodes. Now, we can make electrodes for all of the multi-billion dollar sectors, electrode sectors you can see here, but we've chosen to start with hydrogen. Why? Well, A, we think it's important for the planet, but B, it's technically the most difficult electrode to make. If you can make hydrogen electrodes, everything else is easy. Now, it currently, in hydrogen, there may be an overcapacity on the electrolyzer side, but on our side of the fence, there's a rather nice 12 to 18, well, actually 30-month waiting list for your electrodes, and it's growing every year. Now, why is this? It's because it currently takes from a minimum 12 hours up to an amazing 3 days to make a single batch of electrodes, and it's been like this for the past 100 years. And they die in hydrogen in 3 to 5 years, and their efficiency is way too low. Well, not anymore. No more batch. We're making simply huge commercial electrodes in a continuous, fully automated process at a rate of 1 a minute. And these electrodes, they last a minimum 10 years, they have 0 degradation, and their efficiency is literally off the scale. And we're able to do this at a starting price that's 100% less than our competition, and we're still making a minimum 5 times more or higher margins than they are. Now, what is electrolysis? It's simply a combination of using catalysts and electrodes. Together, they're called activated electrodes, to split molecules into the desired product, methanol, hydrogen, and so forth. In our case, we're making the electrodes that split water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen, and we're able to do this for all 4 electrolyzer technologies, but we've started by making electrodes for alkaline, because it's the 80% dominant technology, and also AEM, because it will be the dominant in the coming decade, and we're the only company currently that can make AEM electrodes. And why is this important? Well, electrodes are at the heart and play the same critical role in electrolysis that microchips do, say, in the semiconductor industry. And why is electrolysis important? Because it's at the heart of making most of the chemical components that we use in everyday life, everything from detergents to paint to desalination, integrated circuits, and the new B hydrogen. And then we have all the other emerging sectors that are going to be bigger than hydrogen: e-fuels, redox flow batteries, carbon capture, carbon reduction, all of them using integrated and activated electrodes. Now, 2 years ago, we were an unknown, untested newbie. We were making centimeter-sized TLR3 electrodes. 2 years later, we're operating the world's biggest electrode plant, fully paid for. We're selling commercial electrodes or in test with almost every single incumbent and startup electrolyzer manufacturer in the world. And, more importantly, the ones you VCs never see, the big EPCs and producers of ammonia, renewable energy, methanol, petroleum, who've decided to make their own electrolyzers, and from 2026 will be doing so in gigawatt volumes. They don't need the money. Now, I forgot to say as well that our manufacturing process is completely clean. You can put these plants anywhere. And we have a minimum 60 times less carbon footprint. And we're either using 0 precious metals in the catalysts, or if our customers want amazing performance, 5 times less than normal. So 0 or minimal use of critical strategic materials. We have only 2 real competitors. There they are. And we can beat them on volume and speed of delivery. We do just in time. Price, of course, durability, reproducibility of performance, ask me what that is later, and energy efficiency. We have a very good mix of experienced management and young, driven chemists and engineers. Fantastic mix. And excellent customer traction. Bearing in mind, we're only 2 years old, and it's normally an 18 to 24 month in a B2B sale. We're already generating revenues. We're asking for 10 million. This gets us into profitability. We will be in profitability anyway next year. but it's basically to drive into other new markets beyond hydrogen. And what do you get? Well, it's there. Unbeatable margins, unlimited scalability. You're looking just in hydrogen at a 4.6 to 7 billion market. The incumbent can only do 4.5 out of that 67 to 100. And no more investment required for CapEx. It's all done by our investor Santander through debt. Thank you.